I wonder if Swifty and Bjork will ever tour.
What up, everybody, and welcome to the FB and Goob Show. I am FB,
Hey, I'm the Goob.
sponsored by the Good Time Tavern of Livermore, California. How's it, Goob?
Ah, man, the Goob is almost giddy. Like, honestly, Champions League is back. NFL's in full swing. My fantasy team sucks.
Sucks dick.
Sucks dick. Honestly, there's so much to talk about. There's a crazy U.S. comeback. There's a first thing that happened in Major League history in San Francisco. But I'll be honest, what should we start with? Let's start with something else.
Let's start with NASCAR.
The playoffs.
Playoffs. We're in playoff time. We're going to give NASCAR its just due. And we are going to give two races too late. Mr. Buescher.
My boy Buescher.
Just due to Buescher with an outstanding pass on Mr. Shane Gilgis Alexander, whoever that ringer is. It comes in and drives in the NASCAR road course races.
So many weird names in NASCAR.
Yeah, man. You would have saw a lot this week if you paid attention to NASCAR this week, because it was ringer weekend. Reddick, tough performance. He got in a little skirmish with somebody and didn't get that road course finish I thought he was going to get. But congratulations to Mr. Buescher. Got a victory. He got a victory this year. That's another one for the books for him. It is a few races too late, and he was 7 points away from he'd be in the second round of the playoffs right as we speak. But instead, He takes a victory. Nice little bump move to get around the guy to say, you know what? Everybody bumped me all year long. I am pushing you out of my way, and I am taking this victory because I'm a NASCAR guy, and you are the ringer here to win this race. I mean, it was great. There's a few guys in need of a win now. Logano and a few other guys are sitting down there going, Hamlin and Truex Jr. Truex. There's some guys down there going, oh man, I did not expect to be here at this present moment in time. So next week should be interesting because now we're starting to talk about only 12 drivers being in the playoffs. So
that's right. We head to Bristol. I'm looking to be the best. Buescher's looking to be the best non-qualifier for the series. Where do you stand right now? Where's Reddick stand?
He's in sixth place.
So you're solid for the next stage.
I'm 6 places ahead of, not being solid. So yeah, I think I'm solid. Would I like to win? At Bristol, you always want to win because that's like the Magic Toilet Bowl race. That's the race you want. You want to have a victory from Bristol to your list of victories. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited just to see it continue on. Like I said, if barring horribleness, he should be in the playoff race when I get to Talladega in October. So I would like to be watching him still playing for the playoffs or for the championship. So, or racing for it. NFL.
Woo!
Man, what a good week. What a good week. I mean, we got a much needed win from a second string quarterback that we traded for 3 weeks ago.
A much maligned second string quarterback.
Yes. And I can say this today. I am very happy with the acquisition of Josh Jacobs as the bell cow for the Green Bay Packers at running back. 35, 150. Now, he did fumble at the goal line there, but I forgave him because of all the 12 and 20-yard and 35-yard runs. And the ball kept going forward, and we kept moving the chains. We kept them off the field. And our defense is number one in takeaways so far this year and is playing at a pretty high level for.
That's all fair and good. But honestly, you played Jalen Hurts, who you, by your own statements, think is not a great quarterback.
I think he's trash.
And after watching Anthony Richardson, that gentleman has a lot to learn. So I agree your defense is doing good. You have ball hawks in the secondary. I mean, people that make catches in the secondary are worthwhile. So
it's huge to have people that can catch the ball. I mean, if you think about just last year, let's just say last year, in that Niner game the second game before the championship game, there was a couple passes Purdy threw right to us, and we just dropped
Oh,
them.
right to you. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just dropped them, like, and it's those kind of plays that make your hands go over your eyes, and
Yeah. Feel like you're missing something. Yeah.
something's missing. So far, we're catching the balls that are thrown to us on the defensive side. So yeah, the field goal kicker. This guy showed up 2 weeks ago. You know what I mean? And what a great game by that guy. You know what I mean? So yeah, we needed that win and we got it. And we did it in a fashion that I think was the only way we were going to win it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was a garbage
defense
game,
and
but a
running.
win that you had to have.
We had to have it. We could not go 0-2. We had to get 1-1. We had to, everybody else is now, the Lions are 1-1. You know what I mean? The Bears are 1-1. The Vikings, on the other hand, go ahead.
The Vikings, I don't know. I think Brett Favre unleashed a curse on the Niners way back in the late 90s, early 2000s. I'm not sure when it happened.
Greatest pass of all time.
Oh, yeah. The greatest pass of all time. Makes me sick to think about it.
Yeah. Well, amazing pass. Makes me sick to think he wasn't wearing a Packers uniform.
Ugh, I know. Seriously. Thank God. But yeah, no, the Niners cannot beat the Vikings. And honestly, watching the game live, I was like, I just kind of thought we sucked. And then rewatching it, it was honestly, I want to give Minnesota some credit. Their defense knew what we were doing most of the time. Their linemen got their hands up in Brock Purdy's the airwaves, and Purdy did not respond well. He had probably his second worst game as a pro, I would say. Last year at Minnesota was not that great either.
Last year at Cleveland and the Ravens game wasn't that good either. Cleveland.
Yeah, but that one game was a monsoon. That wasn't his fault.
Okay.
So yeah, offensive line still did well in Minnesota. We had multiple chances to win. The 2 interceptions, one slipped out of his hands, which it's an anomaly. And the other one, he should have thrown it more towards the border, the sideline, and he left it inside, and the guy picked it. So yeah, Purdy with mistakes, and mistakes are going to cost us without McCaffrey and now a healthy Debo. So
yeah,
good thing we get the Rams next week.
Yeah, right, because the Rams don't look very good. All the injuries the Rams have right now. Now Kupp is injured too, so now you've got no Puka, Kupp day-to-day, no offensive line. Defense
they gave up 1 million yards to a rookie receiver.
Hey, man, we were just waiting for that day to come. He blamed himself. He didn't blame Kyle. He blamed himself, and he said he had 4 targets, caught 1. That means he dropped 3. He said he dropped, so hey, good on him. He came out, proved himself to be the right pick at wide receiver. You know what I mean? I saw Neighbors played very well too for the Giants.
Yeah.
He played very well.
He got a
too bad he couldn't kick extra points.
Yeah. Rough. I mean, the Giants are trying to be the worst team in the league at this point. Like they're not the least talented.
No,
but I feel like they're trying to lose, right?
Well, I thought after those 2 drafts, I thought they had a lot of good young talent on the team, and going out there without like just bringing up a field goal kicker or like just getting somebody off the streets, like, hey, Mason Crosby, what are you doing tomorrow? Nothing. You want to come kick field goals for the Giants for a day?
Or a couple extra points even? Yeah. Like, no big deal. Just 30-yarders.
30, yeah. Mason Crosby probably would have said, sure, fly me out in the family. You know what I mean? Get me out to New York. Give me a nice day, Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, you're trying to lose because you could have got Mason Crosby. I mean, the Detroit Lions just picked him up today. You know what I mean? So he apparently was available.
Right. Yeah.
So,
no. All right. So speaking of trends, we got Giants and Carolina just absolutely sucking.
Yeah.
Right. I kind of want to talk about the teams that aren't sucking. Like specifically in the NFC South.
Okay.
I mean, all right. So trends. Do you believe these trends will continue? The Saints, best offensive league in the league. Baker Mayfield, a game manager, possibly.
2-0.
Both 2-0.
Beat the Lions.
They beat the best team in the NFC, in my opinion.
Yeah, in your opinion, yes, they have beaten the best team in the NFC. And it wasn't a very pretty game.
It was not.
Was not. If it's not a pretty game, that's not good for the Giant or the Lions, because the Bucks played very well, not pretty. Happy to just
Seems that way, right?
happy just to win the game. So, yes.
Yeah. So we believe that you believe that this is going to continue in Tampa Bay.
You know me, I love Baker. And
he seems to have developed a little rapport with some of his Tampa Bay teammates, which I don't think he's ever had the chance to do in any of his other stops. So that's interesting to me to see, like him building chemistry. Which I hate him, but like I've seen some things. He's looking better.
Well, the defense played really well, and Godwin's he's in the right situation. He's a number one receiver.
We are Penn State.
We are Penn State. So yeah, I do. I see it. No, I mean, no, I didn't think they were going to win. I thought the Falcons were going to win the division. So, and the Falcons last night showed that they could come back and they could put something together, and they beat the Eagles last night. So,
major upset.
Drake London had an appearance on a fantasy team where he actually put points on that board for that fantasy team. It wasn't mine, but on somebody's fantasy team last night, Drake London actually put points on the board. I had him last year. Didn't see many points being put on that board. So I don't know. I still think that Atlanta's the better team. So, but the Saints, on the other hand, they got something going right now, man.
Offensive coordinator Clint Kubiak has got some things going.
The offensive line is making holes. Kamara is rejuvenated.
He looked 25 again.
Yeah, a younger Kamara. I guess when you see big giant holes in front of you,
like Tyreek Hill.
So yeah, Olave. I mean, yeah, they looked. Defense looks like. Remember, we didn't want to say they were going to be a good defense because we kept calling them a good defense, and they just kept sucking it up and sucking it up, sucking it up. I guess adding Chase Young, that helped out a lot, and I don't know. Maybe he's meant to be in a New Orleans Saints uniform. Do I see it continuing? That guy quarterbacking, man, he has moments of brilliance, and then he goes right back to who he is. So,
well, I'm a Tua owner, so I went right and picked up Derek Carr.
As you should. Yeah. He's hit now. He's on IR, Tua.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking the next 4 weeks he's going to be told over and over again to probably never play football again.
Right. My other option would be Caleb Williams, and well, he doesn't look very good.
Oh no, Caleb Williams is, for everything that and this is crazy. If you want to go and look at these quarterbacks, and we've talked about them a couple times now, but Knicks, Caleb Williams. Daniel's not so damaging to his team. Jaden Daniel's really not as damaging.
Really great pass percentage. He's not making mistakes.
He's not killing him. So out of those three, definitely killing it. But Caleb Williams and Bo Nix, from what they showed us in preseason to what we're actually seeing now, are two different people. And I guess they actually didn't play against anybody or any schemes. Because now they're playing against people and schemes, and they're getting their, even on a 4-man pass rush with Houston, Caleb Williams was running for his life. I was like, oh shit. All you got to do is blitz one extra guy and this guy's dead. And they did. They just blitzed.
The Bears O-line is not helping Caleb Williams out at all.
No.
But still, he should be better than what he's been.
Yes. There's a few times that I've seen him. I think if he had the time, some of the passes he throws,
sure,
those little short passes out. I mean, he looks like he's pretty confident when he's throwing the ball, but he's getting his ass kicked right now. And I'm happy about it. I'm thrilled every time. I'm just dying. I mean, because I saw in the preseason, I thought to myself, the reign of the Green Bay Packers could be over. And now I'm like, "Yep." Now I'm like, oh, we're back. We're fine. The guy sucks. We can beat that guy with Malik Willis.
Oh, easy.
Easy.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, that guy's terrible. Our defense is going to run all over that guy.
Totally. All right.
So,
I mean, that pretty much wraps up our little quick NFC thing. I mean, AFC, you got the battle of the Harbaughs, which is going completely Jim's way. You got the Chargers at 2-0, the Ravens at 0-2. I think both those stories are interesting.
yeah. How do you go from the AFC championship game to 0-2? With
Well, let's
the
be honest, tough
addition,
schedule.
with the addition of adding Mr. King Henry, they got Mark Andrews back. They had Likely, who got a 8-week, 9-week belt. I mean, play in them without Andrews. You got Flowers. You now got King Henry, Lamar and that 0-2. I'm like totally shocked by them. And the fact that they lost to the Raiders this week.
Right. I was about to say they're the best 0-2 team I've ever seen. But then I realized that they did lose to the Raiders.
To the Raiders. They lost to the Raiders.
Hey, Minshew magic, baby. It pops his nasty head up every once in a while.
Devontae Adams popped his nasty head up too this week. So
nice
you know,
nice game by Devontae.
Yeah. If Minshew can find Devontae, the Raiders will do much better things. Not a lot from Zamir White.
Yep. Nope. No. He was pretty terrible. Thank you very much.
Pretty terrible. So for all those Zamir White lovers out there.
One time I was like, punch it in.
Punch it in.
Didn't happen.
Did not happen. Yeah, I told you at the beginning of this season and 5 weeks ago on this show that just Harbaugh being in San Diego or being a Charger. Sorry, not San Diego. Sorry for all you San Diego Charger fans out there. But just for the fact that Harbaugh is there, and we've seen what he's done over and over again with the Niners and with University of Michigan. If you didn't think he was going to come in and bring the same atmosphere, the same,
man, annoying, right?
Harbaugh kind of
fucking Harbaugh
camaraderie, and and he's probably they probably all wake up and eat cereal in their underwear together. Like, and
Quentin Johnson, you're healed. J.K. Dobbins, right? You're healed.
Now you got to pick Quentin Johnson up in fantasy. What the fuck are you talking about? So
right. Ooh, Quentin Johnson.
You say that, but Quentin Johnson now is on a team Keenan Allen-less and Mike Williams-less, because those guys are now Jets and Bears and Lions. Oh my, you know what I mean? So, so now you got to look at it in that aspect. Maybe Quentin Johnson's now the only goddamn guy open.
He's getting a lot of the target shares monster. Like,
yeah. So that's a big change for him. But in Harbaugh, we trust, right? I shook the man's hand once. I knew it that day. That was the man.
Yeah. I was hoping it wasn't going to be, but yeah. Could be another, could be an AFC Championship Harbaugh Bowl if we can get rid of Mahomes.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck.
Mahomes and the refs who help Mahomes continually win Super Bowls, I guess. That's what everybody's saying. How about the Bengals 0-2? Will that turn around? What do you think there? 0-2. Holy crap.
Yeah. I think that whole division flips upside down. I mean, as a Burrow and T. Higgins owner, we haven't seen those guys together yet. And Chase needs his wide receiving buddy to be as effective as he can be. So honestly, until T. Higgins comes back, I don't think we've seen the best. I mean, honestly, watching Burrow push the Chiefs to the limit once again gives me faith in the Bengals that they, at the end of the season, will be there.
You think the loss of Mixon has anything to? I mean, they did not upgrade at running back with Zach Moss and Brown. What's his name?
Yeah, Chase Brown.
Chase. Yeah.
Maybe a slight downgrade, but I don't think that should mean too much.
They still have Tyler Boyd?
No, they replaced him with Iovisis.
Yeah, sometimes changes can just change a team completely, you know what I mean? So small little tiny changes,
Bengals are what the Bengals are. They'll be good at the end of the year as long as Burrow stays healthy.
Oh, that's the main thing. And somebody said he might not be all the way healthy. I don't know. His
He keeps
wrist or
doing this with his wrist.
yeah. Maybe that's just what maybe he's just got limp wrist syndrome. You
Well,
know?
he said he does it all the time, but I don't believe him.
No, it doesn't look right. And I know they're not going to get out of the garbage. But Will Levis has to be the worst quarterback in pro football right now, you think?
I feel like Will Levis is bracing it right now.
I don't I mean, I feel Will's got a little bit of a better team around him with Hopkins and some other players here, and Bryce is out there with Adam Thielen and Chuba Hubbard. That's not really that good.
Ah,
So
you forgot about Jonathan Mingo.
yeah, I totally forgot about Jonathan Mingo. So yeah, I'm just saying, I wonder, even his coach is on the sideline asking him what he's doing. What are you doing, man?
Dude, that's why I asked him when he left Penn State to go to Kentucky. I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
You're
He hasn't
doing,
had
man.
an answer since. I don't believe
They
he'll
had no
figure out
answer
one
for any
now.
of it, huh? So
Yep. Sign Tannehill back. Come on.
you know what? Tannehill could use a place. I thought Miami might have, but they weren't going to bring him back.
They
He's
went
got a
after
choice. He
the
could return to any of his former two teams. He could have gone to Miami, or he can go to Tennessee and try to save that nightmare. But no, they went with Huntley.
the former Pro Bowler, Boo Boo Huntley.
Stop saying Pro Bowler. It's people just turn it
I'm
down
just
all the
saying it now
time.
to like get under your skin a little bit.
Keep telling me Pro Bowler. I'm like, yeah, well, 5 other quarterbacks said no, and they went, Huntley, you're the Pro Bowler. I'm a Pro Bowler.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I mean,
All
not
right.
really, but yes. Next to your name, it will say Pro Bowler Boo Boo Huntley.
Boo Boo Huntley. Yeah, I know. Weird stuff.
Weird shit.
Hey, I was thinking we're about done with football. I got 4 games next week. Tell me what you're most interested in. Houston, Minnesota, Philly, New Orleans, Jim Harbaugh versus the Steelers, John Harbaugh versus Dallas. Some
Well,
good games.
the Battle of the Unbeatens is interesting.
The old Chargers, Tomlin versus Harbaugh. That's got to be ridiculous.
That's going to be good. Vikings,
Houston.
Houston. They're both undefeated, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Those are the 2 best undefeated games.
And then after
Baltimore,
that,
Dallas. Baltimore, Dallas. Someone needs a win, big time.
I'm with Philadelphia. I just don't like Hurts, and I think if is AJ Brown back? If not, they got to
Nope.
try to. Yeah, I thought.
Saints go 3-0.
Yeah, it's possible, and Philly falls to 1-2.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Thank God
What
it's
was the
not
last
college
game?
football.
What was the last game?
Baltimore, Dallas.
Oh, Baltimore, Dallas.
Yeah. Someone needs a win, baby.
Someone could be fired from that Baltimore Dallas game if they don't win. There could be a firing. I mean, not Harbaugh, but I could see McCarthy on his way out the door after Dak got paid, and then Dak said, "I'm done."
We got the first coach on the hot seat. It's in Dallas.
Why is Jerry Jones going to fork out $400 million and then go 0-3?
Oh, I hope so.
That's all I'm asking. I'm just asking, will Jerry Jones fork out $400 million saying everybody that he's the only man that could run the Cowboys and is probably the greatest GM to ever run, goes 0-3, realizing that he still has to pay Micah Parsons? I might fire Mike
Not going to
McCarthy.
make him happy. Not going to make him happy.
So yeah, if you want to talk about first coach on the hot seat, if Dallas goes 0-3, you can start the fire under Mike McCarthy's ass because it's going to get hot. mean, I mean, the Giants possibly could win and they'd be 1-2. The Cowboys would be 0-3. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm sorry. Let's go to the next topic. I appreciate the questions.
College
No,
football.
nothing to, I mean, no Ohio State, no Penn State.
No
You can
really
laugh
classic
at the
game.
fact that Michigan is struggling.
Yeah. Yeah, really not much to look at this week. A lot of blowouts. Number one, Georgia got knocked off their perch a little bit they won by 1 at Kentucky, or might have been in Georgia, actually.
They got knocked off their perch, right? They're like second in the APP now, right?
Yeah, they got knocked down a little bit. My favorite thing about college football was Memphis versus Florida State. I don't know if you saw this game.
No, I was with the kids all Saturday. We hung out all day.
Yeah, Memphis is one of these Power 5 teams that has to win their conference to get into the playoffs. So they're playing Florida State at Florida State. You know, you think it's a loss. They're hanging in there the whole time. They give Florida State the ball late, and their defense comes up with 2 monster sacks. Great blitzes designed by the Memphis defensive coordinator. I just wanted to give them a shout out. They beat Florida State in Florida State. Yes, sir.
Wow, good for Memphis. Memphis does have to win their way in, right? They're just not going to.
Yeah.
Teams. Memphis not going to be one of them.
No, so I thought that was kind of the game of the week. The Heisman Trophy chase didn't really change a lot. I mean, Travis Hunter is Travis Hunter for Colorado. He had another fantastic game.
Changed in my mind. There's only one guy I know that can run the same speed as Tyreek Hill.
Who's that?
It's Arch Manning.
It's Arch Manning.
It's Arch Manning, baby.
How
hurt is Ur? How hurt is yours? Yours hurt bad, or what does it mean?
I don't think it matters. No,
I don't either. I think what we saw is what we saw, and that's what we should see from now on.
Oh, Arch Manning runs as fast as Tyreek Hill, and his completion percentage is as high as Tom Brady's, and he scores touchdowns just like touchdown Jim Brown.
Touchdown Jimmy Brown. I know downtown
Charlie
Brown.
We love Arch Manning. He's unbelievable.
Dude, what a performance by a young man coming off the bench, by the man who probably should already be the starter, but was like, I'm cool. I'm so good. It doesn't really matter.
Right?
I'll be here 2 years or I'll be here 1 year, but I'll still be the number 1 draft pick 2 or 3 years from now. So
Arch Manning looked incredible, man. Rarely do you see a backup come off the bench to replace the Heisman Trophy winner and then just play 2 corners and then pass it off to the other backup because he put up 6 touchdowns and ran a 21-mile-an-hour touchdown.
Yeah.
You don't see that very often.
Never, really.
I think Vince Young did it once. I'm not sure.
The Buckeyes are toting those 3 quarterbacks right now, and if they get a big lead, they'll bring the other guys in. They don't slow down that much, but they don't bring in that guy, and that guy's like, oh my God, who's that guy? That's the backup. How's that the backup?
Yeah, they knew who he was, and they still couldn't stop him.
Dude, nice performance by that kid. Yeah. Other than that, like Penn State, Ohio State, to me, I still think the biggest story in college football right now is before we move on, is the Pac-10 trying to come back into existence and stealing 4 schools from the MAC West, the old conference that's got all those teams that we all like to watch. We like to watch the Boise States. We like to watch the Fresnos and the Colorado. So hey, listen, good job, because they would have just been dissolved. I don't know what the Washington and Oregon State would have done. Shout out to the lady who got the job to be the commissioner of the Pac-10, because she could have wrote it out and said, nah, guys, no, we can do. Go find somewhere else to go. But that lady put a plan together. She got 4 teams and she's lacking 2 more. And I'm pretty sure they're out there somewhere. There's a lot of teams, man. I'm telling you, Notre Dame should go get in a conference. Stop being little bitches.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? How about there's a couple schools, Tulane or Connecticut or something out there, independent schools that
Well, we
could.
just talked about Memphis, and Tulane put a scare into Bama the other day. So yeah, those two schools. I mean, since transportation doesn't seem to be a problem these days,
Doesn't seem to be a big deal.
those two
USC is
teams could be
now a
an option.
Big Ten team, and they're not even close to anybody in the Big Ten. So why can't Connecticut, Tulane, Notre Dame?
All
Why
right.
can't let's build the back? Listen, the Pac-10 has been around for a long time, a long time, and I think
Oh
it
yeah.
should come back. I was happy to see they were making an attempt to at least have the Pac-10. You know what I'm saying? And we
I
want them
agree.
to stay. We don't want them to dissolve because you and I could go to games up there. Well, I'm gonna go see games. I don't want them to go away. That'd be sad to see the Pac-10 leave, and it'd be stupid. So shout
It-
out to that lady.
absolutely.
You got anything else in college?
Well, next week we got USC traveling to Michigan, which we
Nice.
got undefeated USA and Matt Miller, the quarterback you kind of like.
I
Should be
like that
interesting.
kid.
And then we got Oklahoma, Tennessee, which is Tennessee's won its first two games by about 140 points. So
Wow.
also, those are our two big gun kind of games. I think USC or I think Penn State and Ohio State have joke games next week again. So
Yeah, we have Joe. That's one thing. You think we're building these better conferences and bigger conferences, we wouldn't have time to play so many joke games anymore.
right? Why can't we play? Well, we don't play Michigan this year. Why can't we play them instead of Kent State?
Yeah, why can't we play instead of playing Youngstown Markets Brigade, why don't we play one of the other teams in the Big Ten we never play, like Rutgers? You know what I mean? Like one of the teams we're gonna still beat. Let's play Indiana at the beginning of the year.
Sure.
Still gonna kick the shit out of
Yeah,
Indiana.
right.
Why don't we play Minnesota at the beginning of the year? I'm not worried about Minnesota, but we play Youngstown. Why don't we just play Big Ten teams? I don't know why
Yeah.
we go. It's making sense.
It's because those little schools need money and they get their ass beat for cash.
Man, go Appalachia State.
Go Appalachian State.
They made more money getting their ass beat than any other college football team in the history of college football teams.
Right. And then when we watched them win, it was amazing.
But when they win, Michigan, just saying,
Right.
enjoy it. Yeah, I'm excited. You know what? I can't wait for the better games to come because I want to see how good we really are. I don't want to see us go 56-0 against nobody and then lose to the first good team. Like what? Hate that.
Well, we're soon, a couple weeks away from playing the Illinois and the
Yeah.
Wisconsins of the conference.
That's what I want to see. The bigger, the stronger teams. That's how you prepare yourself to beat Alabama or Georgia. You don't do it by playing Youngstown.
How do you know? Ohio State's never beat those teams.
That's because we start with Youngstown. Just stop this shit. Let's start playing
Nice.
big boys and go.
All right. Well, you'll be happy to know that
It's the next topic.
Shohei Ohtani is unstoppable.
I am happy to know that Shohei Ohtani is unstoppable. I've the thought of him maybe pitching in the postseason, it makes me happy too. What you got there? You got a little board?
I got my board. There's not a lot of teams on the top level anymore.
No, I'm glad. Well, the Giants are missing, so that's great.
The Giants are missing, but I have to give Elliot Ramos a shout out. The first right-handed hitter ever to hit a ball in McCovey Cove from the right side, obviously. So we got a first in Major League history. Elliot Ramos.
That's first ever in the history of that stadium. I mean, the stadium has been around for
No
a while.
right-hander has
Bonds has
ever
been
even-
gone for a long time.
No right-hander has ever even done it in batting practice. A right-handers can't hit the ball out to McCovey Cove, man. Stoppo.
Okay.
It's never been done by anybody ever.
Well, because I say like Ohtani's left, so he can't do it, right? And then Judge, what's Judge?
Yeah, Judge would have done it a bunch of times if he'd have showed up, a little fucking California prick.
Yeah, okay. Ohtani's on fire. Speaking of Judge, he's back in the move. I see he got off his little home run.
16-game home runless streak.
Yeah, and he got one back up going again. Is it only one? Is it just the one? That was like yesterday, so I guess.
Oh, he hit a grand slam. He hit another one the other day.
Okay.
Yeah, he's back on it. He's chasing the Major League Baseball Triple Crown, which he has to catch Bobby Witt Jr. in batting average. He's
Probably
10 points down,
it's probably gonna be
10
tough.
games to go.
How many
Possible
games ago?
10 or 11, depending on the team.
10 or 11, depending on the team. Show he is 2-2 away from 50
Oh, yeah.
50.
He's getting 50
He's
50.
getting 50 50. Can Judge get 60? What's he need? 65?
He needs 10 points on his batting average and Bobby Witt Jr. to stop hitting like a maniac, which he
Right.
is.
Because you don't care about the home run thing because it's actually untrue and it's not the real record.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like home run thing. Stop saying the home run thing.
He's not anywhere near 73. We
He's
can
not
calm
anywhere near 70 something. All right.
down.
Stop. I don't want to hear it anymore. Well, isn't he the greatest though?
Nah,
No, he's not. Stop saying that.
my whiteboard.
Where's that whiteboard? Because I'm changing it next week.
Changing it. The Judge is
Barry
not
Bonds was robbed.
correct.
Judge sucks.
You know who sucks is the White Sox. They're going for the record.
Oh, are they? Are they? Because they almost took the most losses in a row, right?
They've got 115 losses and 11 games left. So they have to win 7 games out of their last 11
To not?
to avoid, or 6 to tie, 7 to not win or not beat it.
They're
They're going to be
do
close.
that.
Oh no, they're going to lose like 8.
They probably haven't had a 7-3 10-game series this whole year.
No.
So how are they going to do it at the end of the year?
Unlikely. So
unless they play the Giants and the A's in the last 2 series.
Hey, Giants won 10-0 yesterday or today. Snell,
Look who's still playing hard.
Yeah, look at us. Look at
you guys. I'm proud of you guys.
Yeah.
Well, that means playoffs are coming soon.
Yep, we got a couple of weeks till they're all set. So baseball is about to get fun again.
Yeah, and Glasnow's gone for the year. And
oh yeah, that was my other thing on the whiteboard. Guess who will be watching the World Series together at home? Dodgers and the Goob.
yeah, right. Because most likely that's
your pitching's not getting you through any bit of the playoffs.
I don't think so. The way it's going, because we keep living. Yamamoto's back. We'd have to have Ohtani actually come back and be an ace.
And be like Madison Bumgarner. Where he throws
I don't even want to hear the name Clayton Kershaw
every other game.
Playoffs.
Playoffs.
Playoffs. We talking playoffs? So I don't know.
Yeah,
we're in a world of hurt. We're gonna have to.
Oh yeah.
What an amazing start to look at all the pitchers we have to having just the worst.
You had like 16 all-stars on your team.
Throughout the year, we've had like 16 all-star pitchers. We got like a half of one left. He's gonna pitch.
And they're gonna walk Ohtani and Betts every time. You guys
walk Ohtani and Betts. Freddie Freeman's gonna be the double king.
Oof, yeah, Freddie.
Yeah, Freddie's come on, Muncie. Here we go. I don't know. It's gonna be crazy. We're gonna suck once again because our pitching's not gonna be there. So
baseball's important again. All right.
Baseball's important again. Yay.
Yay.
You got any performers of the week there? Next topic, guy.
Oh, absolutely. I was going to go with Christian Pulisic because he was amazing. 2 goals, 1 assist, scored against Liverpool, one of the big dogs in the world. He's been playing great. I was going to do that, but then I decided, listen, I was watching this under 20 Women's World Cup, and the United States was down 2 goals with 2 minutes left in extra time. And God damn it if they didn't score in the 98th minute and the 99th minute.
Wow.
And they won a penalty shootout to come from behind, and now they're in the semifinals. So they're my performers of the week. I was shocked when I looked who they're playing. They're playing North Korea. I didn't even know North Korea still had a team. So we're playing
North Korea
it says the Korea DPR. I don't think that's South Korea. I think that's the other one.
I don't think that's South Korea. No, I don't think South Korea puts DPR behind their name.
I don't think so.
I think they just put South Korea.
Yeah, so go.
They're not the public of some republic of some shit.
Yeah, no. I don't know. I'm kind of nervous. We need Seth Rogen.
We do. And his buddy, but they're not talking anymore, so I guess
No
that's
one
not
like
gonna
no one
happen.
likes Franco anymore. He's a
Nobody
bum.
likes Franco. He's a weirdo. Fucking weirdo, Franco.
Yeah. So you
Well,
got,
you
man?
know
Who's
what?
your
I was gonna go with Billie Jean King. Received the Congressional Medal of Honor. For all her greatness in female sports, but I'm not gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with Malik Willis
hey?
for pulling out that win, for running on third down and not throwing after our center threw up all over the football. Heads up play there, Malik. 120 yards passing. I don't know, 11 for 14. Nothing spectacular. 12 for 14. But that win, very needed. I think with that being said, as him being my performer of the week, it's probably what I am most excited about next week is the Willis revenge game against the Titans. I think he's going to pull it out and slap it across the faces of everybody in Tennessee for taking Will over him.
I can see that.
Yeah, because if Will goes out there and throws 4 interceptions to the Packers, and I already mentioned today that we are the leading takeaway team right now, and Willis say goes out and just throws 2 for 150 yards, and we win, but that's pretty revenge. So, other than that, a little playoff NASCAR, I think, at Bristol. Love it. Might be the Saturday night race. I would like that. That'd be exciting. So, yeah, that's what I'm excited for. What are you excited for?
I mean, what am I excited for?
Yeah.
Caitlin and Clark about to take the WNBA playoffs by storm.
Oh, I am excited for that too. That's awesome.
Yeah. So I'm pretty pumped for that. I mean, I get more Champions League soccer, so I love Champions League. So I'm excited for that also.
When's Caitlin
yeah.
playing? When's she lacing up?
They haven't announced the schedule yet. They still have one more game in the regular season, but they have clinched the 6th seed. I believe they'll be playing Connecticut with their power forwards of Thompson and Thomas. I'm gonna guess. Anyway.
Yeah, she's put the fever on a different level. And those players on a different level. So
she's got people getting fear of the fever. That's what I'm saying.
Fear of the fever. You should fear the fever. That's why I get a vaccination shot.
Damn right.
And you should too.
See you guys later.
Peace.